Alright, so what is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today, as you see in front of you, we have basically the entire Mix 6 set, all besides the training truck, EarthShaker. And today, we are going to rank these trucks in order from, my personal opinion, from the worst to first, or from my least favorite to my favorite. Alright, so Mix 6 was kind of weird. I feel like Mix 6 and Mix 5 kind of got like intertwined, and like a lot of places got Mix 5, another place didn't, and it's basically a cluster to getting all these trucks. So a lot of people might not have all Mix 6, and a lot of people, myself included, don't have all Mix 5. Still looking for that training truck Gravedigger. But I thought this was cool. I just recently completed all these with getting that EarthShaker and everything. So here we're going to basically rank them. And this video might come out before the Mix 5 because I want to get every truck and look at it first before I do these. So the first truck, in my honest opinion, that I think that, not the worst design-wise, but out of the whole mix, and out of Mix 6, it's pretty tough to choose because these trucks are kind of, in my opinion, kind of weird. There's no one that really stands out to me. But the truck that's last is definitely Bad News Travels Fast. Now, this thing is pretty cool. I do like the color of it, the color scheme of it. However, compared to what it's going up against in this set, I don't know. It's definitely, it's not Gravedigger. It's not, Pirate's Curse. There's just other trucks that, in my opinion, are better than it. The one thing I really do love about it is they did put that on the tailgate, or not the tailgate, but I guess like the stable bar. And Brian Z. Patton, dude, this guy, I really, really wish when I was like 10 years old in 2000 that I collected every single monster truck, because I could have had a really huge collection, but I was young and I just wanted to play with them and all that. But I do have some trucks. I do have about 250 from like 2000 to about 2006, 2007, which is pretty cool. But this guy, if you go to that website, you check out his collection of everything, it is absolutely insane. And that is my favorite thing about that truck. Well, this truck. It's a nice little touch, little tribute to him and his hard work and dedication for that. But Bad News Travels Fast, definitely the last truck in this set. Now the next truck, a couple reasons for this one being so low, and that's because we have so many of these things, and that's Zombie. So with this Zombie, I thought it was pretty cool with the rims and the tires. I think it's really cool looking. I think, there could have been a little more to it. I mean, I like the whole red thing going on here. I do wish the chassis was basically gray. I think that would have made it pop a little better. And really, there's just nothing really that stands out with it. I mean, if you get one Zombie, there's really no difference. I mean, there's minor details, like the blood on the mouth, stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like another truck could have been used better for nitro neons. Yeah, I mean, really nothing much about it. Just going to have to go low on the list. The next truck, kind of hard. Really tough decision between the next two trucks on which one was worse. But this one, I'm going to have to basically go with Iron Outlaw. So, Iron Outlaw, really cool truck. Nice to see a brand new truck in the mix for a racing series, or just a whole new truck in basically SpinMaster's 2019 toy line in general. Now, this thing is pretty cool. I like the color scheme. I like the red rims, the chrome rims. I think it looks really cool. But in this case, there was just so many trucks that got improved, looked better. And honestly, if this truck was in a different case, it may be a little higher. I know this is a team truck, I think, to Bounty Hunter and Scarlet Bandit. So it's really hard for someone like me to think of it as its own entity because of those two other trucks. But yeah, I mean, this thing's pretty hard to find, though. I haven't really seen many of these. So, yeah, Iron Outlaw, definitely sitting near the bottom. Now, the next truck, I don't know. I feel like, out of nowhere, we just got hit with, 4 of these things. Pirate's Curse. So, Pirate's Curse, It got the Halloween exclusive truck, which is really, really cool. If you guys don't have that, what's wrong with you? Because that thing is definitely one of the coolest trucks this year. And honestly, that's probably in my top 5 for the year, which I cannot wait to make a top 10 video of the best trucks from this year. But I don't know, it just feels like we got so many of these Pirates Curse, because we got the glow-in-the-dark one, we got, you know, the fire and ice one, we got another one in Double Downs, and this one, the Nitro Neon one. I mean, one cool thing that makes this stand out, and this is why I rank this one a little higher than Zombie, is because they actually made the sword, or swords, yellow. You know, if they would have made like the arms or did something else with Zombie, you know, a little more detail into it, it probably would have been higher on the list, Zombie. Not by much, but it is minor details like that that makes this truck just sitting out of basically the top 5 in this mix, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the yellow tires after a while, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, yellow is just kind of weird. So now we'll get into the trucks that basically either got improved or not. And we're going to start the top 5 with none other than Wildflower. And the reason for this, the reason why this is sitting at number 5 is because they could have did a lot more with it. I feel like they could have put basically the barbed wire or the roses, it's something like that, on the hood. They missed the shot there. They missed their chance to do it. But I do give them credit for doing this on the grill, because that is not easy to do, especially on a 3D print. And if you take your finger, you can feel like the jagged, like, you know, grill. So really cool that they did that. I kind of wish they fixed the top, and I kind of wish they left the roll kit or the chassis pink, that pink chrome, like in the earlier mixes. If they did all that, this thing would probably be in the top 3. But, you know, it's all right. It's baby steps. It's SpinMaster's first year, and no one can say that SpinMaster is definitely not trying hard enough, because they definitely listen to us. You know, huge shout out to Monster Jam OCD that got that, you know, to put that or point that out to them, or whatever you want to call it. But really cool, and that's why this truck, I was just going to label this truck last. If this thing, you know, that wasn't changed, this truck probably would have been last on the list to be, or last with Mix 6. So now, as the camera falls over, the next truck is none other than the team truck to it, which is Time Flies. Alright, so Time Flies, really cool. Now, I know this truck has the black version of the truck. I've seen that. Recently watching Monster Jam, I have seen this truck in the yellow version, but I do have to give SpinMaster credit, because they could have just basically half-assed it and used the same exact tooling as Wildflower. And now that I have both trucks here at the same time, we can actually look at both of them here. But yeah, I really like how they put their own casting on this. It just shows how much SpinMaster really cares about their quality of their products and everything, because, you know, unlike Hot Wheels that would just basically half-ass it and just call it a day, you know, SpinMaster really took the time, and for that, that's why this truck is ranked higher, because it looks cool. It's its own casting. I know it's missing his name on it. I know it's missing a couple minor details, but it is cool. It is refreshing to see another new truck, especially in this mix. I think we had 3 brand new trucks in this mix, so that's pretty cool, and I just like it. And like I said in its review video, it reminds me of Carolina Crusher with the color scheme on it, especially with that roll cage. So yeah. So now here we go with the next top 3 trucks. Now, this next one was pretty easy. The next 2 were pretty hard to choose from. So the next one is none other than the training truck. So the reason why this one is number 3 is because it's a training truck. The chase pieces, they're all basically identical. They're all the same concept. They all have their own unique, you know, styling or basically paint job, but they're basically all unique. And I like this truck a lot more than the previous trucks on this list, because it just pops. It's cool. It has the rare factor. I like the gold rims, even though basically as we look now and I can compare it, it's basically the same rims on Bad News Travels Fast. I mean, the only difference is basically the leathering, but you know, it's a chase piece. It's got to be ranked high, because if you don't get one of these, you're probably never going to find one, and if you do find one, it's going to cost you a lot of money, and I really hope that's not the case with the Gravedigger. I really hope I can find that. But truck number 3 on this list for the Mix 6 singles definitely EarthShaker. Now, this was hard. There is 2 trucks left, and I like both of them equally. I wish they can both be number 1, but sadly that's not the case. And number 2 is Gravedigger. Now, this Gravedigger's a little beat up because it's been through a lot, to say the least. But the reason why this is number 2 is because of those headlights. Well, not the headlights, but the full flame wrapping on the grill. It is about time, you know, SpinMaster did, well, not SpinMaster, but Hot Wheels had 18 years? 18 years to do that. And they never did it. They never did it. I know it's hard to do, and I know it's pretty challenging, but it is really cool to finally look at this, and, you know, now you can take it to the real truck or whatever, and it's like, wow, okay, you know, it looks like it. Now, I personally never noticed it. On toy Gravediggers, I never noticed it whatsoever. But the fact that SpinMaster noticed it, and the fact that SpinMaster, it only took them, what, till September? Maybe September? To do that and do it right and do it good and make the truck actually look amazing and good. And, you know, if you think about it, you look at the first version of Gravedigger that came out this year, you know, and the back of it wasn't right, the pinstripe wasn't right. You know, Gravedigger went through so many changes this year, and it's crazy to think that, because Gravedigger is probably undoubtedly the most famous truck out of Monster Jam. But the fact that SpinMaster, baby steps all the way through the year, finally got Gravedigger to the point where it actually looks like the real truck, that's pretty cool, and that's huge props. Even though this is basically just a normal Gravedigger with pink rims, really cool. That really gets brownie points, and that's also why it's number 2 on this list. So number 1, I'm basically going to have to pick this truck right here. I think Ice Cream Man looks the best. So Ice Cream Man, it was really tough to choose this over Gravedigger because I am a huge fan of Gravedigger. But the way the toy looks, the way this thing looks is awesome. I like the unique design they did with it. I like how they left those tires on. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to see another truck with these tires on it. I love how they put the Napoleon ice cream flavors on the little driver or action figure, whatever you want to call it. The amount of detailing, the amount of color schemes or whatever you want to call it, how they made this truck pop compared to the Doubles counterpart is just insane. They really took their time. They really made sure they did it right. And they even did this, which, who would have guessed that? Like, honestly, if you would have told me in the beginning of the year, oh, we're going to have a special little action figure, I would have said, okay, well, cool, I guess, whatever. But the fact that they did it, and they did it in a cool, unique way with this, instead of just making one like gold or something like that, is pretty cool. I really like that. I think it's cool. I think it will be actually kind of cool next year if like one truck in a mix had like a special action figure. That'd be kind of cool, or something like that. But I really do think Ice Cream Man, especially this one, is the best looking truck in this mix. I think it looks really cool. It just comes together so nice. It really does. And when you compare it to the other one, it doesn't hold a candle to the other one. This one completely blows that out of the water. And it's really, really weird to think that when it's the same molding, same paint job, same casting, just on a different chassis and roll cage. But yeah, so that's going to do it for the Mix 6 ranking video, if you will. I really do like all these trucks. It was pretty tough. You know, there's no... Even after going through all the trucks, there's no truck that really stands out to me. They're kind of... I would say out of the mix as a whole, it's not the best mix of the year, but it's definitely a solid one. It's one that, you know, a lot of changes for a lot of trucks went through. Ice Cream Man, Gravedigger, you know, Wildflower. And we also, I'm pretty sure out of all the mixes so far this year, besides, you know, obviously mix number 1, but this one got 3 brand new trucks, so I think that was pretty cool too. But yeah, Mix 6, that's basically going to wrap it up for Mix 6. And yeah, so only one variant, which was Bad News Travels Fast, and yeah, really nothing much more to say about it. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite truck is in Mix 6. You know, if it's Ice Cream Man, or maybe it's Bad News Travels Fast. Maybe you are Brian Z. Patton and you're like, dude, that should be number 1. I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And guys, I'll see you in another video. And like, subscribe, and comment. So peace out.